Hey everybody, Alonzo here with Gulf Coast Smoke. Today, we're gonna reverse sear some tri-tips and we're gonna finish them off caveman style. So today, I fired up the big pit in my front yard and I'm ready to start rolling some smoke. I'm gonna be shooting 2 videos at once, so you might see some other meat on the pit. Don't mind that. On this video, we're gonna focus on this tri-tip. So, a pretty simple cut of meat here. It's not too big at all whatsoever. We're gonna use this for a late lunch, and we're hoping that it turns out really, really good. So first things first, we are gonna trim this piece of meat. So go ahead and come on in, take a look at it together with me, and I'll show you what we're gonna do. All right, so you can see the top of this is actually super duper marbled. This was a choice grade, but pretty good marbling overall. You can see that the meat is a little bit oxidized because it was in the freezer. I just took it out and let it slow defrost in the fridge, and now it's ready to rock. Now on the back side, we do have some hard fat here, the fat cap, and we are going to remove that. So like I always tell you guys, just be careful, try and get as little meat as possible and get a good trim. So we'll do this real quick and then I'll come back and I'll tell you how we're going to season this up, and then we'll throw it on the offset. All right, so easy trim. You can see that the fat cap is not too hard to take care of on this tri-tip. So like I said before, just be careful. Try not to take too much meat. If you do, no big deal. Readjust your blade. So today what I'm gonna do is I am gonna use a binder. I'm gonna use some olive oil, and that's just to help the rub adhere to the meat. And for the rub, we're gonna be using Cosmos Q SPG. I like it because it gives off a nice little texture, so you'll get that little crunchy bite in the end, and that's definitely what we want with this tri-tip today. So come back in, I'll show you how I'm gonna use this binder and then how we're gonna season it up. Yeah, and so you can see, like I was talking about a second ago, the texture in this rub, there's some nice coarseness in there, and that's really going to give us a good bite in the end. This is going to be a simple cook, but finishing it off caveman style is going to add a little bit of excitement, and I can't wait to try it out. So now let's head outside, hit the offset smoker, throw this thing on, let it do its thing. All right, so we're outside in the front yard now. You can see I got my massive offset trailer pit here. And this thing is my baby. It stays at my dad's house because I simply just do not have enough room here at my house. But I got it over here for the weekend, so that's why we're going to try and shoot multiple videos today. Anyway, all we're going to do is talk about how I set up this fire today. So I've used this thing so much that I know 1 full chimney of lump charcoal and 2 decent sized sticks are going to get me to 275 degrees. So come on in, let's look at the temperature together. Yeah, you can see we're right under 275 here. That's all right. We'll go ahead and watch that temperature as this cook goes on, and we'll make sure we don't lose any heat. I like to smoke this at 275 the whole way, and then again, we are going to sear this straight over that wood in the end. So for now, let's go ahead and put this on the pit. We're gonna watch the internal temps. When this thing hits 100 degrees internal, we're gonna take it out. We're gonna make sure that that fire is really, really hot. We're gonna sear this bad boy off. Stay tuned, you're not gonna wanna miss this. The end's gonna be fun. I'm excited to see how exactly this is gonna turn out. I have done a lot of stuff caveman style before, but not a tri-tip. So stay tuned, let's see how it turns out. So while we're waiting for that tri-tip to get up to temp, what I want to do is talk about just a few things that I look for when I'm using my offset to hopefully help you guys out. So number one, let's go ahead and take a look at the fire together. I want to show you what you're looking for. All right, so first things first, you see how there is currently a fire going in my pit. So that's huge. You want to make sure that there's an actual fire going. That's how you're going to get clean smoke. What I mean by clean smoke is thin blue smoke. You don't want heavy white smoke. That's going to make your meat taste bitter. But again, look, there is an actual fire in here that you can see. So the way that you could set up your wood to make sure that you have good oxygen flow through there is you can do like a hashtag, right? So you can do like 2 sticks on the bottom, 2 sticks on top, or 2 and 1, depending how big your offset smoker is. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that that's what you're looking for sure. A fire, an actual flame. You want that clean smoke. And speaking of clean smoke, let me show you what we're talking about. So if you look at my stack here, you can see virtually no smoke coming out of there. That's thin blue smoke, and that's exactly what you want to see when you're smoking meat on your offset smokers. So keep those things in mind. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I love talking about barbecue with everybody. I've told you guys before, I'll say it again, I am not the best. Sorry for the random kid in my arms. Now he was crawling, so I picked him up. But I've told you guys before, I'll say it again, I am not the best. I don't even want to be the best, but I do know a little bit about barbecuing, and I would love to show you guys that there's ways to do this at your house, in your backyard, in your front yard, on your offset smoker. Gain some confidence. You know, I have a lot of people that message me and they say, man, I saw your brisket video and I want to put one out, but it's scary. Yeah, sure it is. It's a $30, $40 piece of meat. You do not want to mess it up, but it's okay. You got to start somewhere. Keep trying. Keep looking at the tips I give out, and if you ever have any questions, reach out to me. I love talking to you guys. So let's go ahead, keep waiting on this meat to get up to temp. We're gonna pull it at about 100 degrees internal, sear it off. Wait, that's coming soon. All right, so it's been about 45 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the meat, see if it's time to sear this off. All right, that's about perfect. 101, 100. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and throw it straight over these hot coals. See what happens. All right, so about 45 minutes later, this tri-tip is done. I love the way we finished it off straight over the wood. The crust on it looks really, really good. I'm excited to taste this, but come on in, take a look at this piece of meat with me, then we're gonna slice it open. Yeah, so you can see there's definitely some nice crust here that we got from putting it straight over the wood. I think that texture is gonna add a great bite to this tri-tip. But I'm done talking. Let's go ahead and slice into this. Now, real quick, you do want to see the grain here is running this way, and then it kind of turns a little bit. So you do want to make sure you're slicing against the grain. So what we'll do is we'll actually kind of slice like this way, you know, because you can see the grain is running this way pretty much through the whole tri-tip, even though it kind of curves off a little bit. So we're going to take a cut right here to give you guys a little money shot. Then we'll slice the rest up. Oh, wow. That is cooked so well. rare, exactly the way I love my tri-tip. Juicy. You look at the juices running right out of the middle of that piece of meat. All right, let's go ahead and take some slices, and I gotta try this. Look at this slice of meat. Look at how delicious that looks. Rare through and through. Let's go ahead and take a bite. So good. Absolutely melts in your mouth. Such a good piece of meat. You have to cook this. You have to try it out. Man, I mean, if you want it cooked a little bit more, take it a little further. I pulled it at 125, rested it for 10 minutes. That got me a nice rare tri-tip. If you don't like it rare, take it to 135, take it to 145, whatever you want. Just get out, just cook. That's what we want to show you guys on this channel. There's a lot of fun ways to do things. This tri-tip turned out absolutely delicious. I mean, honestly, couldn't have asked for a better product today. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. Click the like button on this video. It helps us grow. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, so I really want to say thank you so much to all 820 of you. That's how many there are of you right now, so I appreciate it very, very much. The channel is growing at a great rate. I love it. I'm having so much fun. This is something my wife and I do together, and we love to do it as well. All right, so a great piece of meat, great flavor, great everything. But how are you going to plate this up? So if you want, you can just take pieces, slice them, eat them. Delicious. But you can also turn this into some tri-tip tacos. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some corn tortillas, warm them up on the pit, and then slice this up and hit it with some fresh pico de gallo. Going to turn out really, really good. So we won't talk about that too much. We'll roll into some B-roll, we'll roll into some music, we'll roll into some cinematics. Hopefully you guys like it. As always, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Thanks. We'll see you on the next one.